Just trying to test it out right now, see if we're live. I think we're live. I'm probably gonna test it out real quick. Just trying to test it out. Okay, we are live. Okay, welcome in, everyone. We are giving another update on what's about to occur with severe weather. Sorry, let me repeat that. Hey everyone. Today, this live stream is just an update live stream about the upcoming severe weather that's about to occur in around late September and stuff like that. So right now, there's a lot of uncertainty that's about to occur with this, and the timing, but I'll provide an update here and see if we will have to activate storm chase mode for this, but right now, too far out. We'll see what happens. Last time I did a live stream was probably around, it was like midnight or something. So I do apologize for that. And I don't want to do live streams at that time ever again, unless I'm storm chasing, that is. And I'll probably stay live if there's going to be a nocturnal threat. But to be fair, I'm just not going to do forecasting and stuff like that ever again if I have motivation to do forecasting. But anyways, right now, let's talk about the upcoming severe weather that's going to occur later on in the future and what we're expecting for late September maybe into October. But I think early October is going to be super uncertain, so we don't know what's going to happen. So yeah, let's talk about what next weekend's going to look like now, since there is some changes to it, because there's a lot of uncertainty. Models do change up here and there. So we're going to take a look at the models here and see what's going to happen. Why is there an ad there? Oh, it's just down there for a reason. Anyways, I appreciate you guys liking the stream. We will do more live streams like this in the future. So yeah. So right now this is we are looking at participation type on the Euro model. So right now we got some showers and storms happening in the deep south, and we got some tropical rainstorm occurring with this. It is expected to be named, which is really surprising, but at the same time, it's a little uncertain if it will get named, but there is a chance for it to become Tropical Storm Herlin. Is that what it is? I think it will be Herlin, unless it's already named, which I should be keeping updates on. But anyways, we're going to take a look at what the future is going to come in. We got possibly Tropical Storm Herlin making landfall in the Carolinas. There's also a decent tornado threat in North Carolina, which I'll be talking about here later. But let's talk about what's about to occur later on. And as you can see, we got some trough activity going on in the high plains like Nebraska and South Dakota. Could see some isolated severe weather around this area. The exact timing and what exactly is going to happen is super unknown, and we don't know what will happen, but we're going to see if this will end up verifying, because there's a lot of doubts with this trough that's about to occur for Wednesday and Thursday. So yeah, I don't plan on chasing it because, I have to go to work that day and there's not much happening. I mean, it is September, and usually September is just not as good in my opinion, but it is what it is. So as we go into let's say Friday and Saturday, you can see some rounds of storms occurring on Saturday. The only thing I do not like about this is the timing, and the timing is all over the place. Last time it was around 6 p.m. or something. Now it's 12 p.m. or 9 a.m. or something like that with these storms. But unless that's convection, I don't know what is, since we're legit 3 days, not 3 days out. We're 5 to 6 days out. So, but things can easily change from here and there. And you got more storm activity occurring. You got some storms happening in Nebraska, maybe some in Oklahoma, but all that is just very uncertain, and things can easily change. Still got more showers and storms. Might have some MCSs occurring in the southeast Kansas and Missouri, similar to what I experienced last year whenever I went through a windstorm in Springfield, Missouri. Kind of looks similar to that, but a little different because this is just a clipper system. So I don't expect much to occur from this, but some isolated severe weather. And then this goes away later on and everything stays relatively dry. We got some high pressure building up in the west, meaning like we could see above average temperatures for a while. And that's pretty much it for the precipitation type. Let's check our 500 millibar height and wind. See if there's something interesting about the trough that's about to occur next weekend. There are some people saying we could see another trough occur on September 28th through the 30th, which is interesting, but there's a crap ton of uncertainty, and we don't know exactly if it's going to happen or not. And models do tend on downtrending, uptrending, downtrending, uptrending. So that's why I just don't know what is going to happen. But if it's like day 3, day 4, or 3 to 4 days out, then I think I'll probably make a decision here on what I'm going to do. So here we have that trough that's about to come in for Wednesday and Thursday. It doesn't look as intense, but then you got another one coming in, and that is also going to probably remain in the south. It is positively tilted, so severe weather will not be like as intense. We won't see a severe weather outbreak, but I think isolated severe weather is possible next weekend if this trough can get its act together. So yeah, and also the timing has changed. Now it's like Sunday at 6 a.m, which unfortunately it's not looking pretty favorable and not a chase day in my opinion, but things can easily change from here. And then later the European doesn't really go that far out, but you can see something occurring in the back side, like near this British Columbia. You got something occurring over there, but right now it's just not looking, it's just very far out. We can't go that far out. Excuse me. So yeah, we can't really predict the future and what's going to happen. So we're going to check the GFS. GFS, I don't have high hopes for the GFS, but it does a pretty good job ranging long-term forecasts and what is about to occur. I don't have high hopes for the GFS to being correct, but I like it when it's like it predicts stuff like 100 plus hours out, and usually I like the GFS sometimes. Alrighty, let's check let's see what the GFS has to say about this. The GFS and Euro are different models, so keep that in mind because they do have different opinions with each other, and timing can be different from one another and stuff like that. You can definitely see we've got the Wednesday trough coming in. Looks pretty interesting. If I'm going to be honest, this is an interesting looking trough here. Low level jet's not as bad, but I think severe weather is going to be a hit or miss from Wednesday and Thursday. I'm not expecting much to occur. And then you got the second trough coming into there's this trough in Arizona, and the GFS weakens it out a lot. Like it doesn't show much really occurring with this, and it just dies out instantly, which is not good. I mean, GFS is GFS. And then you got this trough, man, that looks pretty interesting. Interesting there. But a lot of uncertainty, but this GFS can be right on this. It can be correct. So right now we're all keeping an eye out for late September, so that way we know what's going to happen, stuff like that. And I wish this thing loads better. I don't know why it loads so slow, unless I am dreaming. But yeah, you can see the jet stream is starting to dip down because of because we're entering into winter or fall per se. And I think fall is my second favorite season out of every season in the planet Earth. I think spring is my all-time favorite season. Although allergies are bad, I just think spring's better. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, this stupid model loads super slow. I hate it. I really don't like it that much. Unless I have to pull it up and then wait for it to load fully. But other than that, it's fine. Anyways, yeah, lots of uncertainty with it. I mean, the GFS just loves to go insane far out, but I'm not buying. I don't buy it. Now the GFS, what the GFS does, it does show the supercell composites and most unstable cape, which is pretty good. So as you can see, got some supercell composites going around on Friday and Saturday, but looking at Kansas and Nebraska, it doesn't look as much as going on Saturday. So if the GFS is right and the European is also like, if the European timing is like that, a chase is super unlikely. So we'll keep an eye out and see what's going to occur in the Great Plains, but usually we get a hit or miss with it. Wow, look at that. This is Friday night and near like Sioux City or something. That's a terrible, yeah, look at that. That is the worst sounding I've ever seen. Doesn't look as favorable. Oklahoma has some supercell composites. Got 3s and 4s. Let's look at that real quick, see what could occur. I don't know if I'm going to chase that. That's pretty low. Jay, I don't know what you said there, but oh yeah. And you got like these inaccurate the inaccurate like composites at far out, which I don't really trust that much in my opinion, but we'll see what it does. I'm not a huge fan of the CFS. It's just sloppy model. It's just so sloppy and not organized as much. But yeah. Continuing with the GFS. It does show something occurring in Illinois, like even though we're like super far out, like September 28th or something, like this is Friday night. This is in Illinois, Missouri, which that's a pretty interesting photograph there, but it's really the shear isn't that, shear is all right. 3 cape's pretty okay. There's a capping issue going on there, so that could be an issue there. Yeah, there's not much occurring with like late September, which I don't know if pivotal weather is doing that or something like that, but there's a lot of uncertainty with this, so we don't know what is going to happen, what's to occur. Let's see here. Oh yeah, they have SPC outlooks on here. I forgot, I don't need to use the website, but I do it anyway. So we're going to talk about the Storm Prediction Center. So here's our day 1 categorical outlook. So we have a lot of, I don't know what this gray line is, but I'm going to ignore that. We do have a marginal risk of severe weather in the high plains. Although I don't think there's a tornado threat with this. I don't think there is. Yeah, there's no tornado like threat with today's outlook, but there is going to be some isolated hail and wind. That's pretty much it. I am not looking at a very concerning like severe weather outbreak or anything like that. But then again, like marginal risk can perform pretty well. Anyways, day 2 outlook. Day 2 outlook, we're definitely looking at at 3 marginal risk of severe weather. Let's check our 4 panels here. So we do have a tornado threat for tomorrow, which is in the high upper plains and the upper Midwest. We got North Dakota and Minnesota under the gun for tornado threat. Even Canada too. They're under the gun for some sort of severe weather tomorrow. But I think Canada is probably going to have the greatest severe weather up there than what we have down here. So that's something interesting to look at. We also have another tornado threat over here in North Carolina and bits of South Carolina. So we do expect tornadoes to occur or with that region. I think the Carolinas have a higher chance for tornadoes. The reason why is because there have been some computer models simulating that the tornado threat is much greater there than what it is up here. But I think the Carolinas is definitely going to have some tornadoes. I would not be surprised if they upgraded to a 5% because the models, the computer models have been indicating a little bit of a higher threat, but it's not like a high risk of tornadoes up there. It's some sort of like yellow, like NATOcast, for example, they are issuing like a 10%, which honestly looks pretty accurate for a tropical development. I do think we could see a few tornadoes there. I mean, a 5% is probably going to get issued here, but if not, then we'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't understand what you're saying, Jay. So, unless it's a troll account, but I don't know. I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. So, yeah. We do have some tornado threat. So, yeah, the SBC is only issuing they're only describing this to North Carolina because there's there is an environment for tornadoes over there. And they're not. I don't think they're going to talk about the tornado threat in North Dakota and Minnesota. But interesting day tomorrow. See if we can get some sort of tornadoes. Hopefully nothing too strong. I think we're going to see weak tornadoes though tomorrow. And I forgot to take a look at the wind and hail threat. So the wind and hail threat. We do have, we have this marginal risk of severe weather across like the mountain regions like Utah, Nevada, New Mexico, Colorado, Arizona. There is a wind and hail threat with this, including North Dakota and Minnesota up in the north. But there is no tornado threat in the mountain regions, so they might see some hail and wind, and that's pretty much it for them. Nothing too crazy. So. The only area I would be more concerned is the Carolinas. I would kind of be more concerned if you live in that region, but hopefully that's not the case at all. Let's look at our day 3 category. I can't speak. Let's look at our day 3. We do have this long marginal risk that stretches from New Mexico back towards like Montana and Canada. A lot of uncertainty with that one in particular, but I think the main threats is definitely going to be hail and wind, and that's it. So right now, I don't see much occurring, but if they were to issue a slight risk, it'll probably be right around here. Honestly, I think right around here, but still a lot of uncertainty is possible with this. All right, let's look at our day 4 through 8 our outlook. So everything is potential or predictability too low, which they only describe it in 2 words, which I don't like. I wish you'd choose potential or predictability on the Pivotal Weather website. So, okay, so here we go. We have this is what it says. Day 4 is potential too low. Day 5 is potential. Day 6 is potential. Day 7 is potential, and day 8 is potential. Right now, the severe weather is kind of quiet right now, but they're watching the Great Plains slowly for next week. Severe probabilities may remain low through the period, so they could issue a predictability too low. They may not issue it, but right now we're kind of far out on day 7 and 8, so we'll see what happens with those days. So that's pretty much it for let's see here. I think we should, I forgot to check temperatures or temperature outlook. So here's our temperature outlook. Right now, this is 6 through 10. We do have below average temperatures in the mountain regions like Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming. Y'all are lucky to get the cold air while us in the east are getting the heat. We're experiencing the heat, but it's not as bad as like July. If this was July, we would be experiencing like 90s to like hundreds maybe, but right now we're in September and things can easily change from here and stuff like that, but I don't think we're gonna experience some 90-degree temperatures. I don't know what you're saying, Jay. I know some Spanish, but like I don't understand like that much. All right, let's check our 8 through the 14. Everyone else will be above average. I don't see any changes with this one in particular. Texas is definitely going to remain above average. Even in like Michigan, New York, Maine, probably going to be above average. But it won't be like July or anything like that. I think Florida is definitely going to get the worst of the temperatures, but that's pretty much it, honestly. Let's check our day 6 through 10. Got our participation. It did change. It shifted. It shrunk a little bit with the greatest participation. It's now shifted more eastwards. It's now no longer in Kansas. The heavy of the participation is no longer in Kansas, but we still are going to see above participation with the Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota, stuff like that. And we do also have more participation in the Carolinas. That's because we have a tropical storm likely about to occur in the Carolinas and maybe Virginia. I think we could see some rain. A lot of rain is going to occur. So yeah, we could see that occur. Let's look at day 8 through the 14. Day 4 through day 8 through 14, pretty normal for most of us, but will be dry up there in the mountain regions like Oregon. Is it Oregon? I think it's Oregon. Yeah, it's Oregon. Why did I say Oregon? Idaho, Nevada, stuff like that. And then we got some higher participation in Florida and maybe even then like upper Midwest and Great Plains and stuff like that. So we're looking at a pretty quiet pattern here with severe weather if anyone lives in the US. We're not seeing anything too major or too crazy. The only crazy thing we're going to see is probably the tropical rainstorm or storm that's going to occur in like the Carolinas and stuff like that. And then got a mega trough, but that's like far out, so I don't know what's going to happen except for the tropical storm. Anyways, so yeah, this is our temperatures. We're probably going to remain warm until like maybe October. The temperatures are definitely going to drop there. So, and you got the West Coast being cooler than average, which is pretty interesting. 65 degrees at 8 p.m. in Oregon. Really, really interesting. That's pretty much it. I don't have anything else to show than putting out like than just talking about severe weather and stuff like that. I think Sundays are like definitely, I think we'll do another update here and like probably once we get close to like Saturday and Sunday, like around, let's say 21st and the 22nd, I think we'll do like a live stream at around like either the 19th or the 20th, depending on what's going to happen with this trough that's about to occur on the 21st or something like that, or maybe even the 28th and 29th too. So we'll keep an update. On that, but I think that's pretty much it. Honestly, I don't have much really going on, and I think this week I'm probably gonna like keep looking at the models, see what's gonna happen for next weekend and the weekend after. See if we do get some active severe weather. Yeah, I really want to chase. I really do. Hopefully, I can get a chase somewhere around late September. I hope I do get one because it's been like a long time. I need to get out there. Yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap things up. I don't have much to say, really. If I do have much to say, then I mean, it technically means that nothing's active is going on. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I appreciate for some of y'all tuning into the stream. And